Okay, what you can see is I've taken the sending unit, pump, everything out of the fuel tank here. And my gas gauge doesn't work. It's because my sending unit, which you can see I disconnected, quit working. $260 some odd for this piece. You can't just get the sending unit itself. You have to buy the pump and this whole setup right here. 260 bucks for this. Went on Amazon. First one I got aftermarket was the wrong ohms reading. Went from like 40 to, which would be full, and 200 something for empty. That was wrong. I sent it back. I couldn't really measure, so I bought another one, the 0 to 90, and that's what I'm going to test right now. This is my Amazon unit. I'm going to hook it up here real quick. I'm going to hit ground. I don't have my battery. My battery took a shit too, so this is a new battery. I haven't installed it. I'm going to hit ground. This is a wire that plugs in to the fuel tank, and I appear to have lost my, oh, there it is right there. It should be this one right here. Maybe. That should be the one. So I'm going to hook this up, turn it on. This is all the way down. My fuel gauge says it's full. And then some, which is, okay, now I move it up, and it's going back to empty. So it looks like 0 to 90, if it goes all the way back to empty. I'm sure you probably can't see that, but it's going back to empty. Almost completely, yeah, completely empty. Okay, so looks like I can use this unit. I'm gonna have to turn it around because up is empty on this and down is full for some reason. I don't know why. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unscrew this unit, turn it around, and then I'm going to see if I can make it fit on my Harley bracket. What I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to get this, because it goes past full, I'm going to put it where, I'm going to mark it where it gets right exactly full. Because you know the one thing I hate is driving for like 75 miles and then it drops straight off of full. So I'm going to try to get that where I can get it just about exact. So I'm going to turn the camera off now, and then I'm going to take this off and see if I can mount it on my other one. So now I got my sending unit. This is a sending unit off of the $29 Amazon one. I cut the other one off, put a piece of aluminum on, put this on. Now I've got my wire, which is original wire. I just hooked it down to this one and then ground. And so I'm going to turn the key on up here. Set this down. we're going to look at it. My sending unit says 0 at this point. I'm going to go down here to the unit that I just put on. And I got it marked where I tested this earlier. And I'm going to go up to what I think is full. You can see that that actually works. My sending unit will go up to the full mark. What this is doing, providing I can get the float the same as it was on the stock one, then where it meets the tank at the same spot, then it's going to save me about $260, because that's what Harley wants to replace this unit. They don't want just to sell me the sending unit, they want to sell the pump and all this stuff all hooked together, which is a bunch of crap. Anyway, that's what I got. My fuel gauge appears to be working as long as I can get that to where the float works right, because there's a rod that goes in with a float, and if that does it, and then I'll take one more video when I'm done and we'll see. Okay, this is the last video on the fuel tank sending unit. Couple things that I realized when I went to put the unit in. I had too big of bolts holding it on. I had to grind half the nuts off, because when I put it in, it was hitting on the inside of the tank, which would be like down in there. The other thing was that the when you adjust the sending unit float, don't go past it looks like there's the plate that it is bolted onto. Don't go past the edge of the plate with the float. Just go, as a matter of fact, I went about a ½ inch back. And then when you install the thing, I know that when I took that thing in and out 2 or 3 times, it was, I had to fight it. Well, putting it in this last time was super easy, and what I did was I put the float in first, and then the pickup and the pump and all that fit in there real well. When I first put it on, I turned it on, it registered empty. I had went down and got a gallon of gas, and that brought it just up above empty. I just now got back from the gas station, filled it up, and it definitely goes to full. Now, notice, this is the one thing I noticed too, is you can see that the low fuel light's on, and I don't know why, but that may be probably because it's a different kind of sending unit. But anyway, the fuel gauge works. The other thing that is different from this than the Harley one, I noticed when I was going over to the fuel station, when you turn the corner, the fuel goes up one way or another, and the needle goes back and forth. Well, come to find out, the Harley sending unit has a resistor, so it takes it a while to move. This one moves right away. So that's the 2 drawbacks. The needle moving when you turn corners, and that light probably is going to stay on all the time. And it's probably due because I snipped that one ground wire, because the original sending unit has 2 wires coming from the ground one and the power one. And the one I put on there only has the 1 wire. So, and the original one was grounded anyway. I didn't think it'd make any difference, but apparently it does. Now, I thought it was $29 for that one I bought off of Amazon. If you can live with those 2 things, this is what I got off of Amazon. It was 19 bucks, 0 to 90 ohms. You just need the little plastic goodie off of it, the sending unit. And that was it. Other than that, I think I can live with it, because like I said, the Harley one's $260 for the part. So that's it. Goodbye.